Hey, we're headed toward the fishing hole. We just got done with the Avid show. So we figured we'd go see what we could hook up on for a little while before I have to go home and head back to work tomorrow. So figured I'd go ahead and get it started live streaming here before we got there. We'll set up when we get there. Hey, Mom, you can take a ride with me. I was a little bit nervous about doing somebody's show, but it wasn't bad. Got to fish during it, so that makes everything better. Hey, Catfish Fever and Outdoors. I figured I'd go ahead and start the live stream and see if I could get a few people in here. We're headed to a place to go fishing right now, so I didn't see anybody else streaming. So we just finished with the. We're going. It's on Alcoa Highway at the National Guard or Recruiting Center, I guess that's what it's called, here on the Tennessee River. So we fished there once or twice before, but it's a boat ramp. We're just going to fish right off the boat ramp. Okay. We won't be driving too much longer. We'll get there and get set up. Watch us get set up. But I just finished. Travis just finished doing Avid show, catching skipjack. So we put a few in the bucket and hated to waste them. So we're going to go see what we can catch. Last time we were down here, we caught a few channel cat, but you never know. Maybe some flatheads up in the moved up into the shallows. We'll see. That's what I'm after always, the ever elusive flathead. I'm actually following Travis. You can see his tail lights right up there. We had Mother's Day, actually just like hot dogs and chili, at his grandmother's. His mom was there and stuff, so we ate with them and came out and went fishing and did that show. Um, my mom passed away about 5 years ago, and my son had to work today, so we're going to actually do Mother's Day tomorrow after work, after I get off. So I think we're going to go see the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie at the Cinnabar Theater, which apparently they bring their recliners and then they bring food around. So that'll be nice. We'll get some fishing started here in a few minutes, and you won't have to watch us drive. We do a lot of driving though. If we were doing lives the whole time we were driving, dang, we'd always be on here. Hey, Jefferson Einstein, we're on our way to fishing. We just left a bait spot. We did an Avid show, Avid and Robin show, and then left a skipjack spot, and we're headed over to go catfishing. We had a live skipjack out on a balloon down there where we catch skipjack, hoping we'd hook up on a striper, but I'd like to catch another big striper. That was awesome. Chucky, hey, welcome in. You get to go riding. We're headed towards fishing hole. That's the bait spot. They're going to the catfish spot. So, if nothing else, we may catch a few channel cat. Hopefully, there's some flatheads have moved up in there. We're going to a boat ramp off Alcoa Highway in Knox County. Um, Fort Loudon on the Tennessee River. Hey, you two police. Headed to the fishing hole. We just left the skipjack spot where we get bait. We're headed over here to one of the boat ramps off Alcoa Highway to see if we can't catch some catfish. Look at all this road construction. They've been working on it forever. Oh, I know. I already checked your channel out. Not too far now until we get to where we're going. We're actually going over by the recruiting place. I think it's Army and Navy recruiting place. There's a boat ramp right beside it, so we're heading over there and see what kind of catfish we can catch. We're it might be only channel cat, but it's something maybe. I'm after a flathead. I'm addicted. I'm actually just addicted to fishing. It's almost what 10 o'clock on a Sunday night, and I have to be up at 4:45 to go to work in the morning. And I'm just now getting the fishing home. If you can, hit like and share me out. You have 5 channels. What are you doing on all them channels? I can barely keep up with one. I haven't really been working it though to get some viewers. I don't really know why. I don't really have any aspirations to make it anything other than just sharing the fun that we have catfishing and bait fishing and whatever else we decide to get into. Me and Travis always have fun no matter what we get into. We like the simple life. like fishing. It keeps you sane, though, you know. You can have a stressful day where everybody's on your nerves, and you come out here outside and just let it all go. It's awesome. I can't believe I quit it for 3 years. I took care of my mom in 2018. In February, she passed from cancer. And then 10 months later, my boyfriend of 16 years passed. So I quit fishing for about 3 years and met Travis, and that's all he likes to do. So I started back, and it's just been, it's gave me something to focus on, and I'm back to fishing. And I hope I don't ever quit again. Hey, Sampy. How's it going? And we're here. Told you it wouldn't take me too long. Hey, Rex. We just left the skipjack spot, and we came over to a boat ramp, and we're going to try to see if we can catch some catfish real quick. I got supposed to get up at 4:45 in the morning, so I can't stay out too late. But, you know, as long as I get about 4 hours, I'll be good to go. I'm going to get out here and grab a tripod. Oh, they're working out here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a big crane right there. Are they putting a dock in here, you think?
I don't know. They may just park there. Okay, pulled something out of the room.
Yeah.
That thing should be standing still on spuds.
On spuds?
Yeah.
I have no idea what a spud is.
Holes right there. Ground.
Oh, okay. So you don't use this channel to actually talk to the other officers? This is just your be you and relax channel? Yeah, spud is a potato most places, but there's like a crane on a barge, and he said they stand still on spuds. Pretty sure you can't see it, but we may get a light out here in a minute and see if we can shine it on there.
Potatoes. They use potato spuds out of potatoes to hold it still.
They use potatoes to hold it still.
Yeah.
What, do they drive them down into the riverbed? That's
on gold. What is that, Bering Sea?
Bering Sea gold. How they
things that go down in the ground.
They anchor the dredges. But tell these other people to move over, Rex. Yeah, they ain't doing nothing. A lot of people don't know you can communicate with other people on YouTube. They just get on here to learn things, how to work on your car, or I never knew that you could do all this other stuff on YouTube. Chat and
We'll throw them all down that way and they use it ground here to
Travis's rod holder. His own design. Maybe if that thing has been sitting there a minute, it might be sitting up under it.
It might be. More likely that was the workers that just pulled off. They're a bit rotten over.
It's dark, dark, dark. Ugh, this rock is pretty heavy. Not so much. You're gonna have to use both hands probably. What happened? What happened? It's, I swear, East Tennessee, we have a bumper crop of rocks. You can't put nothing in the ground. Yeah, he put that little thing together, drilled some holes in it. Then he puts rebar in the ground. He's got holes drilled for the thing to slide down the rebar. And it holds 4 poles. When you can get the rebar drove down in the ground in this rocky place. You got 9 people watching you work. We're going to have to bring a sledge in order to put them things in the ground. Are we going to pull the cars over here? Hey, everybody. We're just trying to get set up here. Going to do a little fishing off this here boat ramp that you can't see, but we'll turn some lights on here in a minute. Maybe. We'll have lights on the poles anyway. And walk over here and get the flashlight.
Yeah, it ain't perfect, but
As long as it holds. I don't know if it'll. They got a bunch of wooden posts on that thing.
What?
A bunch of wooden posts on the back of it.
Yeah, drilling docks.
Thank you, YouTube police. We got YouTube police in here talking belt loop. Oh, I've seen you belt loop. Oh, that thing right there? It looks like a little shack. It's got a breaker box, like a fuse box and everything in it. It's a little building. I see the spuds. R. Burt Corporation. uh, YouTube Police is liking and sharing on all he's got 5 channels. So that'll work. One person, 5 likes. That works for me.
Here you go.
Thank you for all the likes. Here comes rod number 2. That one's in that tree. We need to try to get that limb down. Because I didn't know it was in the tree. I got it. Still in the tree. That ain't worth nothing. Is it?
Okay. I might have to for a little bit.
We'll get set up here and then get the car over here where we can set up the light so you guys can see the poles. We got them, 2 of them set up. You're at work right now? It's 3 out. Was the other pole? The other pole's messed up, isn't it? Is the other pole messed up? Okay. Thanks for coming in and all the likes. Huh? Oh, you foot blood. You got skipjack blood on the back of your shirt. I guess when you flung it. Hey, everybody. We're getting set up here at the boat ramp. See what we can get after the ever elusive flathead, but we'll take what we can get. Thank you, Terry. Here we are again. What? Hang on. We went and caught some fresh skipjack at the skipjack spot, and then do what? All right. Something flipping out there.
Yeah.
Good. If there's bait in here, there may be fish in here. Are you gonna back the car up over here?
Yeah, we'll probably just back it up in here and it'll be closer to 62.
Jefferson Einstein said he wanted to get his line wet. Jefferson Einstein.
Line wet.
Yeah.
Well, he better get to the water.
He said time to get the lines wet and start fishing for poontang again.
Including tangling.
He's kind of, singularly focused there. Travis went hunting for that earlier today. I don't know if he found any though. Happy Mother's Day to me. We just called you Skipjack. Let me see if I can get this camera set up. I'll probably have to set it to where every 10 minutes I can touch the screen or I'll lose you guys. So you either look at the rods or look at us. You'd probably rather watch the fish. He laughed. I said he laughed. See, when he says stuff like that, then I hear the next thing I hear in my mind is that guy that does the nature videos. The elusive, the guy that speaks with the British accent.
Mm-hmm.
Tim, I do have a Samsung phone, a brand new one, S23 Ultra. You get it figured out, Tim? What's going on? Dawn R, hey. Welcome in. We're fishing again. Surprise.
Wow.
Right off, okay. I wish I had something to drink besides these things. I'm gonna back my car up over here beside yours.
Good. You said touch her screen. Touch it. Well, I don't know if we'll even catch anything here. I don't think so. We did catch a few channel cats here. So, oh, yeah, I actually told her, I was talking to her and said something about that deal. I think it's got something to do with the phone, them against certain phones or something. One company pissed somebody off or something or another. Hey, Don R, what are you talking about? No smooching in the dark. That's when you do all the smooching.
You smooch anytime you get the chance. Smooching's free.
But usually in the dark's time for fishing, so.
Why's he talking about smooching?
Don R is gonna have a heart attack.
Did he hear us smooching last night?
So the Motorola place took care of your phone from doing it. Ain't them Motorola phones the ones that's hard to get into, ain't it?
That's
You
yours.
lock them. I got a Motorola.
Yeah. Hello,
Oh,
Moto.
yeah, I got a Moto. Which one's in it? You lock in suckers and you can't get them unlocked for nothing.
When did you hear us smooching, Don R?
Don R been smooching out in the garage. Uh-oh. Careful, Don R. You trying to make her get fresh shit.
I'm coming, Gladys. This is a big one. He got his hand over his chest, staggering.
She trying to kill me, Don R. Be quiet.
Listen, if you can't handle it, then
Don R will take care of it.
you better eat your Wheaties or something.
Wonder what I did with my drink. Sasaki store and all she got was
Energy drinks.
I've got scales all over me, blood on my back.
You ain't got no other drinks in the car? What the hell's the matter with you?
I started going and get a drink.
You should have. I asked what you was getting. Don, don't you and Paulette do some smooches in the dark? Listen, I'm behind on smooches.
Don R get his spark on.
The spark.
Yeah, his spark.
You ain't got to worry about energy drinks. You'd be drinking one if you had something else to drink.
Probably.
It's me that can't drink an energy drink and then try to go home and go to bed here in a little bit. I'm in trouble. Tim, no, I'm not with that woman. Is there a story there we need to hear?
Sound like he got something going on with Paulette or somebody.
Hey, Mr. Rogers. So do we. So do we.
She goes punching on the phone again. It's gonna be black here in a minute. It'll be like a black screen.
He worries about too much. He acts like I don't have this down. The first time I went really live with guests and stuff like that, I made a big mess out of it, but it taught me a whole lot, so I don't do that no more.
I'm just trying to figure out what you're doing.
I tried to pin that comment, but I don't know how to do that.
You're trying to do what?
Pin it.
Pin it.
Pin it.
You mean make it show?
No, I want to pin it to like the top of the chat.
Oh, we'll just click on it. We'll go to the top of the chat. Oh, it's top of the chat. You mean on the screen?
On the top of the chat. On their screen.
I don't know.
He did so much when he was younger, he ran out of smoochers after 50 years. No. That's when you get into good smooching. You learn how to do it right. And yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've always known how to smooch.
You're a pretty good smoocher. That's sure I'll make you do it again.
See, you get me in trouble now, Dawn R. I guess it was Dawn R get me in trouble. We need to fish. We're fishing. We're not smooching.
No, we might be smooch fishing.
What are you doing, Sappy? Oh, that was Dappy.
I think he meant Sampy. He just big fingered it.
Sampy Dampy.
Maybe he meant Dampy. I don't know.
We're going to go find
No, he
Sampy
didn't
and go
mean
fish.
Sampy.
Sampy in here? Where you at, Sampy?
Tim's going to come up on panel. Yeah.
We need a 1-800 Renfish.
Yeah.
Come on, Tim.
He's going to the man cave and he'll come up. I gave him the play-by-play, even though there was only like 4 people in here on the way over. That YouTube police came in and saying, I'm driving and doing a YouTube live. But I told him we just got to skipjack fishing and doing avid show.
Look at YouTube police.
He's an actual cop in like somewhere up north.
Oh.
He's got 5 channels and he went into each one of them, logged into each one of them and liked the page. So I should probably have more likes than I do people.
Right.
Which is not common. On the occasion, Terry, we like to try. We fish, we didn't say we catched. Don said he only had a few left, so he had to save them for special events. Hey, Rebecca. Welcome in. Too much smooching when that book starts shaking.
My phone. Yeah. I'll probably be like 10 minutes behind.
You can't see it from here?
Kind of, but
I'm there with you.
I haven't still. Where you headed up over? Probably phone is dead.
You got plenty of phone. Just 14 people watching our rods. I hope we get about here. You get used to getting bites at one place and we go somewhere else. It's like,
I didn't care much for seeing the barge sitting there when we pulled up. Then there was some 3 or 4 cars here, so I'm thinking they just now parked that barge there. So that could be good or bad. I don't know.
yeah, Terry, Travis designed and built that rod holder.
It's easy to do, Terry. You just run over and get you a couple pieces of rebarb and a paddle bit and some nails.
Hey, Travis.
Hey, Travis.
No.
What?
Fishing is never better if the fish leave you alone. We want them. He used to be my supervisor, Anonymous.
What?
His name is Travis.
You run to forget what I was looking at?
What are you looking at?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my short went over 5,000 views.
Cool. I've been throwing a net and catching some
I did a short of Travis throwing a cast net trying to catch some gizzard shad, and it's up over 5,000 views now.
She said trying to catch some. I caught some.
He caught 3, 4, 5, 4
Four
altogether.
altogether.
Look, there's a spider web already. Them little shitheads.
You on the phone here in a minute.
Gosh. You got a solid setup made from a milk crate and PVC. That's cool.
That works.
You can also throw that thing on your bicycle and go, can't you?
$13. What's the house? Oh, I'm one of them. So don't go. Good.
Well, not a mouse, you're right if you're smooching behind the bushes. Now Don Hart's talking about smooching.
I ain't going in them bushes over.
Oh, we're going to smooch right here in front of them. Maybe it'll make the fish bite. Oh, you got to hedge your bets when you're catfishing, Jefferson. You got to make a phantom out there.
All right, now I'm used. Only two rods going off.
Well, that stinks. Well, my last one before that flopped. It finally, I think, busted 25. But that short also got me 12 subscribers. Jefferson, what are you fishing for that you only have one rod at a time and that you hold on to it all the time? Oh, you know, I have the feeling that just went right over my head.
Yeah.
Shoo! I was thinking about real fishing.
You should know better.
Well, you know,
I mean, it was Jefferson.
listen, well, I give everybody the
So what? The benefit of the
Wiggles.
doubt.
I get everybody but Wiggles the benefit of the doubt. I don't trust nothing Wiggs says.
See, he ain't even out.
He ain't even in
He
now.
probably sleep somewhere.
Yeah, it might be later.
Snuggled up with his blow-up doll.
But it's still up dog.
It's got 80 likes.
Yeah, how many does it say? Oh, I don't know what that comment means. It's like laughing and then cussing.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
MDG Trooper. I don't know who that is. Let's go see that.
Well, that might not be.
They got 17 subscribers. But they play games.
That might not be my anonymous.
Oh, what?
It says they're only allowed 2 rods and you pay an extra $15 on your license for an extra pole permit.
Where's that at?
I don't know.
And who?
Anonymous. That may not be my former
that?
supervisor. Anonymous.
Oh, no. I
thought
you were talking about a mouse maybe being over in the bushes or something at first.
Donner said, you know, I had a sign on my trailer, if the trailer's rocking, don't come and knocking. Knocks all the time. Go figure. Jefferson Einstein fishes for trouts. Usually catfish really don't hang out in this part of New York. Oh, well, that sucks. Idaho is where that anonymous was.
Wasn't it New York? I seen somebody fishing out of the gutters. In the drain, or no, it was the storm drains. And they was catching fish out of them.
Really?
Yeah, I think there was somebody down there hooked them to them, but
that anonymous
it
is
looked good.
in Idaho. There's no Ontario. They have a 3-rod per person limit up in northern Indiana or Michigan. I'm not sure where it is that you fish. You live really close to the line, I guess.
We don't have a rod limit.
Yeah, Tennessee has no rod limit. The boats up here be looking like porcupines. Catfish boats look like the outriggers on a shrimp boat. I can't look, but right before I went live and stuff.
You what?
I said I can't look, but right before we went live and stuff, it had over 5,000. I never had one that do that before.
She got her biggest short. She's just tickled pink.
I am. That's a lot of views. And it's you. It's you they looked at, not me. Up there, you bring 3 kids, you can run 12.
There you go.
Just bring a bunch of kids. Yeah, Tennessee seems to have some pretty lax rules as far as that kind of stuff is concerned.
That depends on how you look at it.
Danny Stone.
Hey, Dan Stone, did you ever catch the fish today? I seen you with that snake.
I appreciate it, Danny.
Thank you, Danny.
My wife says I stink.
Yeah, from that snake. Yeah, skanky.
I bet he had to leave his shoes outside. His sprayed on his shoes, he said. We had to quit watching when we went to eat with his mom.
For the Mother's Day thing.
Kids and old folks always catch old fish and make it look foolish. It's a law, I think. Yeah. There's been times when I was skipjack fishing that them little kids would be thrown off the dock.
Oh, yeah.
And not even jigging. Here we are trying to jig like professionals and stuff like that. Yeah. They're just like throwing out 5 feet and catching a fish. No jigging, nothing. Slapping the water with it.
Yeah, they was definitely not want technique.
No.
Or we just didn't have no technique or something. I don't know.
Lately, Danny, we've been fishing like it's our job. It's the kind of job I want, though. It's fun.
I'm going to have to rest 2 days after the weekend.
I wasn't sure if he's going to want to come out tonight catfishing. Nothing wrong with beginner's luck, he said. That's what I've had as beginner's luck.
It's just everybody has to get lucky, and everybody will get, if they fish enough, they will get lucky every once in a while. Catch quite a few fish. It's sometimes it's a challenge though. It's starting to get that way, really. Hey, there's a moth.
Or JBT be freaking out, wouldn't he?
Yeah. Flathead.
Flathead. Come on. Have you looked at the Navionians here, didn't you?
I know it's shallow out there. We might get lucky and a big flathead come through there. May get like not lucky and nothing come through there.
Yeah,
Just,
so
it's definitely just a guessing game right now. But then people have been catching them deep and people have been catching them shallow, and so
it is what it is, I guess. Jefferson said it's easy to overthink things once you know what you're doing, I've noticed.
Oh, definitely. There's been many times that I'll be thinking, I'm just going to go back to the basics and start all over. I probably did that hundreds of times. Because you know in your head you did everything right, but they just ain't biting.
Yeah, you can do all the right stuff, and if they're not eating, they're not eating.
Mm-mm.
And so many things affect that. Last summer was so bad that
Yeah,
we
it was
pretty much
bad.
quit fishing for a long time. We had to get it involved in other stuff. We started making concrete flower pots and
Yeah.
doing the whole thrift shops thing. Had to find something to fill our time, but yeah. Then we started. We went pan
Coin
fishing.
collecting.
Yeah, coin collecting. But you got back into fishing by just going panfish
Yeah, we
fishing.
fan fishing off the dock down on the Flint.
We just took our chairs out there and sat on the dock and caught about 100 little white bass.
I mean, it was just crazy.
And it was so much fun catching. And they were little tiny white bass, but it was so much fun catching them that it kind of took us and got us back involved. Him especially. After
Because
that
I
many
was,
years,
I don't know, I got to the point to where it was just like the same thing over and over again. You just kind of had to backstep and get to enjoy it again, really.
well, it gets where it sucks going out time after time after time and not getting the satisfaction that you get from ever hooking up with something. It turns into a job.
You just gotta go chase the big ones. Or just whatever, enjoy more. Well, you don't necessarily have to chase the big ones, but enjoy it when you do catch something.
Yeah, when we finally started it, we relaxed. You relaxed and just enjoyed catching them 100 little pinfish.
Yeah.
No pressure to try to catch a big one. It wasn't a whole lot of work going down there to the dock with their little
No.
one fishing pole apiece and a chair. So
Nope.
it don't hurt to reset. And with the way the fishing is on foot left, it might happen again.
You saying bad words over here and stuff. There's Sampy.
Oh, I don't know how long.
Oh, what?
How long you been in the basement, Tim?
I just got in the basement. Don't worry about it.
She had
I just got in there.
you
No problem.
down in the basement.
I had you locked in the basement.
Man,
Yeah,
it's
we're
dark. It's dark down there, and it's cold too. And there's critters making noises down there.
That's the same place we keep them hose.
Hydros? Yeah, that's where they are. You should have
In the
stayed.
cooler.
What you been up to today?
I've been studying this little problem with StreamYard, and I really do think that the problem is with StreamYard, but it's only affecting Samsung phones.
Was it doing it to? It was doing it to Travis's the other night.
His Samsung phone?
Yeah, but his timeout is where you can set it for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Now, when it first started doing this though, and we fished that I fished that call out tournament,
Right?
I had mine set to 10 minutes, and there were times that it went a lot longer than 10 minutes without me having to touch the screen.
See,
So
I don't think it matters if you go into your own phone and extend it out. I think what it is I think it's StreamYard doing that to Samsung phones. Well, you know what? Here we go. Mine just started doing it. So it must be while you're on StreamYard, because I could sit there and watch. If I go off here and watch you guys, it don't do it.
That is weird.
Danny Stone was having, you saw that he was having problems with his. Well, when he went live, did you go back in there when he went live just from YouTube and didn't go through StreamYard?
He didn't have no problems on YouTube. I know.
It
Yep.
didn't. It didn't start going to sleep then, but he was having problems. He couldn't see chat and stuff.
Well, the problem why he couldn't see, StreamYard looks a little bit different on chat, but he had the sun in his eyes too. So
Oh, okay. Because I thought about trying to go live. I don't know how to really. I've never went live through YouTube, so I thought about trying that tonight. And I thought, well, I'll just set it up to where I can touch the screen.
well, you when you go live through YouTube, you have to have 50 subscribers, and you have to verify your phone. And then once you verify your phone, you got to wait, I think, 24 hours or something like that before you can go live. So you've got to set it up before you go live on YouTube.
Okay.
And then with that YouTube, you also realize you cannot bring a guest in while you're on the show.
Oh, okay.
You can set it up to have one guest before you go live on YouTube, but you can't do it while you're live.
Well, I hope StreamYard will get this issue fixed and release another update, because you know that everybody's having problems with it, and I'm sure they're hearing about it.
Yep, sure they are.
When I contacted them, they said though it wasn't a StreamYard issue, but that's when everybody first started having problems with it. So
that is a StreamYard issue. Period. They just don't want to say it.
Right.
I wonder if it's got something to do with where they did that addition to where you can, where everybody can go to other channels at the same time. Everybody be right.
The multi-stream.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
It was right after that. It seems like that's when it started happening. Maybe they did an update on that or something or another.
Well, for sure, what's happening is it's not it's has your phone not recognizing that the camera is being used.
Yeah, that's true.
If the camera will stay, if you're using your camera, like if you're videoing and stuff, it won't shut down. But if you're going through StreamYard and using your camera, it's not recognizing that your camera's being used.
I think the iPhone people just paid them to do it.
I did hear that some people with iPhones are having the same problem.
Yeah, but they can shut theirs off.
Oh, they can shut their timeout off?
Yeah.
Completely off.
They can shut it completely off, yeah.
See, I don't understand why they ever used to be able to shut your screen timeout off on Android phones. I don't know why they stopped that. Don't get in my business. If I want to leave my screen on 24/7, let me do it.
So they can say the battery would last longer.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but if you left your screen on, just let's say on your home page for 24 hours a day, you'd burn lines in your screen.
Yeah, burn through data too.
From the picture on it, yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to try me an experiment. I'm going to drop out of here. I'm going to go to my settings in my phone. I'm going to extend it out. We're going to see what happens.
Okay.
I'll be back in a minute.
I'll watch my basement. Come on, fish. I'll have to get a bite pretty quick. This ain't working. Ain't getting a bite.
Nope, no bites quick tonight.
This is how come it's easy to get stuck going one place. Even if you're not catching big fish or whatever, if you're getting consistent bites, it's hard not to want to go there.
It's hard to leave a place that you're catching fish.
If it wasn't a work night, but
we'd had a couple extra hours.
Yeah.
We could have drove another hour.
Yeah. Somebody needs to be working on this problem. I went in and opened my developer modes on this phone and did some stuff to try to stop my screen from going to sleep. I did it always on. And it's supposed to like when you're charging, make sure that your screen is always on. But it don't work. It still goes to sleep. I hope somebody gets it figured out for sure.
All right, I extended mine out to 30 minutes. So let's see what happens.
I wish Travis's phone goes out to 30 minutes too. Mine only goes to 10.
And mine goes out to 30.
I like the Motorola phones. That shake to turn the flashlight on. I wish all the phones did that.
Yeah, that's handy there.
So you guys have had a busy evening, huh?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I have to admit, and I'll have to go back and watch, but I fell asleep watching Avid show tonight.
Well, you didn't miss a whole lot. We caught you skipjack. You put a balloon out with a live skipjack on it, but nothing attacked it. But
Yeah, I seen you guys were skipjacking. I got up real early this morning. I've been doing yard work all day, and I went in and took me a nap.
yeah, that's always fun. I did that last week. I guess I'll do it again this week.
Are you off tonight?
Yeah,
Cool.
I gotta go back to work tomorrow night.
I got to go bright and early in the morning.
Come on, fish. Bye.
Is that a homemade rod holder you got there, Travis?
Yeah, I slung it together last year. I was doing a lot of bank fishing. And I was like, well, I need something I can,
Throw in the back of the car.
just throw in the car or whatever and stabilizing kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well,
Sure,
I can work out pretty good.
Cindy will show it to you. It's probably an easier with big finger.
Yeah.
Everybody needs one of them laying around.
See, he's got the rebar driven into the ground right here on each end.
On each end, yeah.
And it got a hole drilled up through that little piece of 2x4. And then he just put the frame together, drilled some holes in it for the rods.
Simple but effective. Yep.
Yep. And it'll hold 4 rods at a time.
Yep.
It's not failed us yet. Nothing's ever pulled it over, so.
Well, we got them on clickers right now because that rebar, there must be pavement or something under that ground right there.
Well, in Tennessee, this area of Tennessee is that's what everything is rocky. They weren't playing when they said it's Rocky Top.
That's kind of like our area here in Illinois. In the last ice age, the glaciers got right down to the middle of Illinois, and then when they melted, it dumped all the rock and sand and sediment here, and we got sand pits all over the place around here.
Man. You have a lot of sinkholes?
We don't have sinkholes, no, but when the glaciers did melt here, there used to be a big river that ran through the state of Illinois, out of Indiana and through Illinois. When the glaciers melted, all that dirt deposited landed right on top of that and buried that river. Now that's our aquifer where we get our drinking water from.
Huh. Well, that's weird. Ain't it?
Yeah.
Wild the way it does that.
Yeah, it is pretty wild.
You been getting to do any fishing?
No, I've been busy all weekend. I went over to Peoria for a track meet, and I didn't get to do no fishing this weekend.
Well, maybe you'll get to get out here pretty soon and do so.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping so, but I'm thinking this weekend coming up is going to be jam-packed too. My middle grandson's graduating from high school, so his graduation is Saturday, and then Sunday we're going to empty out our second metal shed in the backyard because we got a new, better shed coming, so we got to make room for it.
Right.
So I think next weekend's going to be busy too. But, and I don't know how this is going to work out. I'm going to be down there in Springfield on the 26th and get on Jody's show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In
Me and retired Rick is.
in where in? Oh, you're going to be in Springfield.
Yep.
Okay. I thought you meant there for a second you was coming down here.
No, I'm going down to retired Rick lives in Springfield, which is about 90 miles away from me. And I'm going to go down there and we're going to get on the boat and go out and do some blue cat hunting.
He's been doing quite a bit of fishing, ain't he?
Yeah. That's why he told me I need to get down there this month because he thinks the blues are starting to go on the spawn already. I'm thinking it's a little early, but
I have to agree with you. I think they're getting ready to go on spawn. I think if not, they're already spawning. Now,
Hey, Evan.
I was trying to think where he was at, and that was Catfish Dave, and he actually had pulled some up, I think in the shallows, and he said that them had already went on spawn and came off spawn, but it was somewhere, one of them videos he did that was real shallow.
What is it?
I don't know. I thought I heard something over in the bushes. I figured it might be a raccoon. Might be Sasquatch. Since they haven't come in.
he didn't go to Mendota over the weekend, did he?
No, I think it was the one I'm talking about was at least a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay. Well, Mendota was just this week.
Yeah, several people went up there to fish that.
Yeah.
I watched some of them.
I think Abbott is in the woods.
Go over there. Go over there and get yourself a branch and start knocking on the tree and see if he answers back.
Hey, I know how to get him out of there. I got some bear spray in the car there. He'll come up out there.
Abbott will tell you, hey, just spray the bear spray on you for seasoning. That's what I told NJ. He said he had pepper spray. I said, yeah, the bear's going to tell you just spray it on yourself to season yourself up.
Hey, we can throw some beef jerky over in the middle. He'll go get it.
Hey, I'll check it out. I ain't scared. Hey, Dale. How are you doing? He said he may growl.
Wait a what? May growl.
Yeah. If you go to, I guess if you go over and check on him, he may growl.
He might growl if we spray him with that bear spray.
Maybe.
Well,
Are you cold?
No, I'm not cold. I'm not going to get cold either.
He done put on a long sleeve flannel thing.
I had to put my hoodie on before I came out tonight. It's a little chilly out tonight.
There's a lot of moisture in there.
Yeah, well, you know what? I told my wife that this morning because she wanted to get out in the yard, start doing work early, and I said, look at here. It rained last night. The grass is soaking wet. It's cloudy. It's cold. That shit ain't going to evaporate for a while.
Nope.
Hey, Big Slim.
Big Slim.
Avid said bear spray wakes up Bigfoot.
Uh-oh. I'm going to kill Bigfoot, I'm telling you.
I can never remember.
I know where he's at. I'm going to run him over with the car.
He was going to tonight, but he forgot.
Hey, when you guys were on Jody's show Friday night, did you happen to hear me come in and do the commercial?
Well, I heard some of it, but there was rods going off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I got you guys were last, and right when I did you, woof, you took off running for the rod.
I need to go back and watch the end of it. I think Cindy got it though.
Yeah, I think so. I said, looky there. See, 1-800-RENT-A-FISH delivered on cue.
Yeah. Third one got a bite just then. It might be a channel cat, but we got a bite.
What were we talking about?
when Tim
Okay,
came
hold on.
in the
Hold on.
other night, and, he waited to do us last, and as soon as he did, the fish took off.
Yeah.
It was just like perfect timing.
Yeah. Thanks for the delivery.
Here, let's try this again. Let me say 1-800-RENT-A-FISH. Oh, no bite. Dang.
That would have been perfect if it took off.
Yeah. I guess that last bite you just got was a one pull paw.
Yeah.
Nice work, Tim.
Hey, you know what? You were talking about there a little while ago. You were talking about just coming back to YouTube, and just get back into the love of fishing and stuff.
Yeah.
Danny was talking today about if the fish don't start biting real well in the Mississippi, he might, curtail back a little bit too.
Yeah, I mean, it's sometimes it's good to because you get stuck on chasing the bigger fish, and it's kind of like, well, they're just not going to bite all the time, and you get tired of chasing them.
Yeah.
And then you just don't get the enjoyment that you did out of all of it.
No, because it's tiring.
So,
Well, he said that if it doesn't get any better, he might go back to the basics, and
Yeah.
go channel catfishing in the creeks and stuff like that.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea, actually. And there's some other spots that we've been wanting to try, and it don't have to be huge fish all the time.
Nope.
you go into it though because you love doing it and you have a good time doing it, and when it becomes a thing that only makes you disappointed and only makes you feel bad, why do it anymore?
Yep.
You
You
gotta
go to a
get
spot.
to the fun part.
Just like you said, you go to a spot and maybe catch some dinks. If you catch a dink, hey, you make fun of yourself and everybody's having a good time. You don't have to chase big ones all day long.
No.
They're nice to catch. They're nice to show on video, but you don't have to chase them all day long. Just like you said, you'll drive yourself crazy doing it.
And most of the time, if you think back, you caught the big ones when you wasn't expecting to catch them anyway.
I mean, you were out there targeting them, but you were kind of, meh.
Well, this weekend too. That's probably what this weekend we didn't have any big fish, but we consistently caught like the 8 to 10 pounders, and that was fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Listen to that line sing every 15 minutes was a blast.
Yep.
I'd rather do that than get disappointed for 5 or 6 weeks in a row not catching anything bigger. Dan Rivers said he caught 3 dozen tadpoles today. Might be a new PB.
That's what I'm talking.
And then Avid said he caught like 3 when he was snagging today. He caught 3 15-pound blues. And then Dan said, no video, no proof, Avid.
There you go. There you go. No video, no proof, Avid. You're still riding the skunk train, buddy.
Catch release. We're down here off Alcoa Highway on a boat ramp. Oh, Avid kept them. He said, there's proof, Don, I don't video what I keep.
That's all right, Avid. I believe you. He was down snagging today.
He's sitting in the chair with one in his hand now, eating it raw.
Like Bigfoot is prone to do.
He's like, I don't know what they talking about cooking them. We're just eating them raw. Sushi.
Catch and cook? What's that cook thing mean?
Hey, catch release. You see these rods? That's what the fish action's like right here.
We have one
Okay,
out,
we're gonna have to clarify that and say, you see those flag poles?
There you go. Hey, that's what we need to do is get them little flags and little flags for moms and put some of them over on the end of the pole.
There you go. Our flag poles. That one over there on the right side looks like it's bouncing a little bit, but it could be because it's in that little tree.
Yeah, it's going right straight through that tree.
He's sore from snagging today for 9 hours.
I bet. That's some work right there.
Yeah.
If I hadn't been so aggravated at them paddle fishermen down at the dam, I might have enjoyed watching them. But they were so rude and stuff.
It was bad. We was down there trying to skipjack fish, and you got and keep in mind we're the only ones there because the water's off, and it gets closer to the water to get ready to turn on, and there's a walkway right above where the water's dropped, and we're down on the rocks right below the walkway. It's right behind us. Oh, and they're so bad, they want to get behind you and start casting out over top of you.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, I had to leave. I was about to get in a fight with one of them.
He got in an argument with the guy, and the guy was like, "No, I'm professional. I will not." And we already know they've been snagging people. There was one guy down there that had cut off. He said he'd cut off more of their lines this year than he had in any of the years past. But they were terrible. They were like every 4 feet, and they would line up behind you. I was so mad. I fussed all the way back up the sidewalk past them.
Yeah, I think it was the next day somebody pulled a gun out down there. There was a fight one day down there. And the thing about it was they was fighting each other because they got tangled up.
That's just stupid shit right there.
Yeah.
That ain't fishing. That ain't fishing at all.
I know when they come in from wherever, it was a Russian tour group somehow.
Yeah, there's all Russians. I don't know where they came from.
They parked all in the grass down there at the dam. The parking lot was completely full. There was no room on the bank. And the thing about it is, even if you were there, they'd come in right on top of you. So they didn't have any kind of etiquette.
Big old pair of clippers, and the first time they cast over me, clip right in front of them. Do it again. Yeah. Do it again. I got plenty clipper here. Do it again.
And one guy said that one of the Russians said he was going to have his friend take care of me. He said, "All right." He said, "I got a friend in the form of some 223. Is that what he said?
Something like that.
223 grain. So, yeah, he's the guy that we were hearing it from, had to threaten him with his gun. I was like, dang. I'm surprised there wasn't a shooting down there.
All right. Eventually they will be. There's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
Hey, River Rat.
What's up, Biggie, buddy?
You saw my man throw like a girl with a cast net? He caught what we needed for that cast net. And on that short, I got over 5,000 views, so I ain't got nothing bad to say about it.
I like to be able to throw one of them big cast nets the way they do. Man.
But Evan, what y'all are, you're snagging Asian carp, weren't you? They were snagging paddlefish here. Am I talking too loud?
No, you're fine.
Okay. I noticed this thing picks up really well.
River Rat must have had to get him a nap or something or another. We got off here last night, and I looked, and as soon as I got up, I'd seen him again on Danny Stone's this morning. Well, I say this morning. It wasn't this morning.
It was noon. Up at the crack of noon.
He's on the same schedule we are.
Well, you know, I hung out with you guys for a little while last night, and then I got up at 6 o'clock this morning and started doing yard work.
Dang.
I'm not used to sleeping at night. You know, I work overnight, so.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Hey, Joe. Miss catching Lee's fishing. Look, yeah, figured to pop in for a quick minute, hit the heavy work tomorrow. That's what I need to be doing, is going to bed so I can go to work in the morning.
It's already 11 o'clock. You'll get home by 12 and have to get up at 4 or what? 50?
My normal weekday routine.
4 hours, maybe.
One of these days, I'm just going to fall asleep on that line, and that chair's going to take me right on down the line.
Yeah. You crawl up in that chair.
Okay. So I'm noticing something interesting.
Okay.
Since I went into my phone and set my settings for 30 minutes, my phone hasn't blacked yet.
Hmm.
And the time that you and I, that little time that I was up here the first time before I went back down, it blacked about 3 times.
So you hadn't touched it or nothing?
Nope, I haven't touched it or nothing since I came back, and it hasn't blacked since I came back yet either. So I'm kind of sitting here waiting to see what is going to happen at the 30-minute mark. Uh-oh, somebody been shooting out there.
Probably.
Yeah. They're coming to clean up the Russians.
I hope there ain't no Richland because I have to go that way going home.
Well, the good thing is you can go right up there and hit 40.
Tell him to grab a stick and make a good pole holder.
A stick.
What did I miss?
He over here trying to catch up in chat.
I can't do
He's
it.
gonna miss something or something. I don't know.
Damn River Boy said he'd never seen so many Russians out fishing until about 4 years ago. Well, those paddlefish eggs are evidently worth a whole lot of money.
Well, you know, funny
River
thing
rat
about you should
fishing.
mention that because I live in East Central Illinois. We've got a nuclear power plant 30 miles to the west of us. And because it's a nuclear power plant, it stays open all winter long. It's about the only water in the state of Illinois that stays open. So them Russians come down from Chicago thick. I mean, thick. And they don't care.
We haven't caught a thing yet, River Rat. We got one little tug a few minutes ago, and that's about it.
We caught the skipjack earlier.
Oh yeah.
So what do they come down there and do that paddle fishing?
Well, they come down there and fish for whatever they can catch.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of weird, ain't it?
Yep.
I know, I mean, it still makes me wonder, where did they come from? You know what I'm saying?
I know. I never see them, and they were all Russian. You never see any out talking to each other like that.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me if they would travel.
These, I
There.
think, definitely traveled.
Well, what
You
actually
know-
surprises me is, I mean, they come all the way down here to the dams, and they'll be down there for a week or 2 weeks, whatever, and stand out there and try to snag them paddlefish. Wouldn't it make more sense if they just brought a boat or rented a boat?
Well,
I mean,
if they don't have access to one, or money to be able to rent one.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, if you don't catch one, you're not going to make that payday.
But I know one guy down here, he can, he could go out there and get 1 or 2 a day every day for the whole season. But he does know the water, though.
Right.
I told you guys I'd get some wrenches handed out.
Did you get any wrenches handed out?
I did. And I expect things to stay in tip-top condition over it, too.
Ooh. She pulled her ruler out of her pocket.
I'm going to run into the house and get me some coffee. I'll be right back.
Okay. Them River Boy said it didn't matter what state he in, he ended up running into some rude Russians. When he was in New York salmon, he finally ended up putting an extra weight and hitting one of them on the back of the head. I would have liked to have done that down at the dam down here when they were paddle fishing. And fisherman said not Boo going to go back to lurking. Is Avid mad because he don't have a wrench? You got to fix things around here if I give you a wrench.
I'm still trying to figure out what she's working on.
I don't know. Anything. You got to take care of any loose nuts you see running around.
Loose nuts. like a job for wigs.
He does that with a wrist rocket slingshot.
That would be fun to get about 10 people down there with slingshots and start shooting rocks in the water everywhere.
He says he's not mad, he's just not safe. They want the extra caviar. Yeah, they do. Both about 20 pounds. That's good, River Rat.
20 pounds.
He's caught 2 fish.
Oh, he out there fishing now?
Yeah. Damn River Boy said he kept trying to push me out of my fishing hole and getting in front of me. That's what they were trying to do down here at the dam. They were casting over the top of our heads. Yeah, you don't want your nuts loose for sure, Jackson. Keep that shit tightened up. Jefferson is turning into my wigs.
Dang, I just don't know what to say about that, Jeff.
I was gonna say, is Jefferson got little wigs in him, but I don't even know if I want to say that.
Do you not? Did I not give you one, Damn River Boys? Well, dang it.
Well, here we go. Cindy's making people Smurfs now. Ding, you are a Smurf. Ding, you are a Smurf.
I think you were my first Smurf, though.
I think so.
Hey, William Rods got a bite as soon as you come back.
Did it?
Yeah.
I think you may be the it's the one at Hunter Fish. It's got to be.
Come on, fishy, fishy, fishy. Come on. Psst, psst. Hey, shh, shh, fish. Psst, psst. It's all right. It's all right. Don't worry. They'll throw you back. They just want to take a picture of you. They'll throw you back.
Make you famous.
Yeah, make you famous. Be a YouTube star, baby.
Hey, I want to catch one of them white ones or the black ones.
It means you got a hole in your bag. I'm not real sure what.
It means you got a hole in your bag. What, loose nuts? He's still talking about nuts.
Probably. Yeah. It means you got a hole in your bag.
Because your nuts are out loose now.
Rattling around. Greg's just seen a snack in the parking lot. Well,
A snack in the parking lot. Was it a lot lizard?
I don't know about
Was it a
snack in the
Twinkie?
parking lot.
Don't pick up the Twinkie, Rex.
Twinks.
Twinkie. Twinks.
It's a whole different kind of thing.
What are they doing?
Looks like they're parking.
We got one parking on us.
Oh, Lord.
What do you say if the cars are rocking, go knocking?
There you go.
If you
Hey,
smell
what are you guys doing in there?
I had a state trooper do that to me when I was I guess I was 16. Yeah. Shining his light all up in the window. Like, dang, man. Trying to put clothes on and stuff.
Well, at least your butt wasn't up against the glass or anything.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
Abbott has a 90-pound sledgehammer hitting for those loose nuts. Dang. Well,
That could be some flat nuts.
there'd be no nuts left at all.
They're like salsa nuts.
Jefferson Einstein just had some shrinkage happen. Something just crawled back up inside. Instead of hide your hose, it's hide your nuts.
Yeah. Did Rex get the snack out of the parking lot?
Jefferson Einstein said, "Same here, Travis. Those blockers, beat blockers."
There you go.
Cops will
See,
do that.
my phone just started to go black, and it's been about a half hour.
Hmm.
I don't know.
So now I just touched it right there at, well, what I call 10:16 here on God's time.
God's time.
We're going to find out when the next time it is and see how long it takes.
They call Central Time God's time.
You know, Eastern time is, but that's what, you know. Well, at least that's what everybody in the Eastern time says.
Oh, was that on 3 and 1?
3 plus 1.
Yeah, the other day. I heard her say something about that, and she about started an argument in chat when she said that.
Yeah. I don't care. I always think time's irrelevant anyway.
Pretty much.
I mean, if
It really is.
I mean, look, you take, for instance, you got a watch on your hand, okay? You take that watch and you change it 15 minutes, guess what? Now your watch says it's 12:15, not 12 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. Come on, fish. We've had 2 bites.
Mike must still be having problems with that blood.
We'll pull a Danny Stone on them. I'm going to move them a little bit.
Yeah, I talked to him, let's see, what day did I talk to him? Thursday, and he was telling me about that, and he's still having a little bit of problems with it Friday, so.
Yeah, he did a live Friday, I think it was,
Yeah.
for a little while.
Yeah, I came in and chatted a little bit. I didn't get up in there because, like I said, I was not at home. So I just kind of sat back and chatted because we were sitting out in a courtyard at the hotel room at the hotel with me and my daughter, her husband, and a friend of theirs. Because, you know, no smoking in the building. So we were sitting out in the courtyard smoking and just enjoying the evening.
Damn River boys, I have to get up at 4:45 and be at work at 6, so I feel you. I actually need to be hitting a dusty trail pretty soon, but I'd like to catch something before I have to go.
Did you hear that, damn River boy? She said she feels you. Did you hear that? I heard that.
Feels.
It's a little far away to be feeling them, but okay. Look at them out there dropping links.
Man, you jumped on them and they went to dropping, didn't they?
Right. That's my little mods there.
She said my little mods.
Well, at least she didn't say My Little Ponies. I mean,
That's true.
or My Little Care Bears or something like that.
Be right back. Bigfoot's going to swim in the river and attract the fish. Chase him over this way,
Yeah,
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot gets in that river, I'm gonna hook you.
Hey, you know what? Hey, you know what, Cindy? There you go. You don't have mods in your channel. You have Care Bears.
Oh, there it is. My little Care Bears.
I got Care Bears. I don't have mods. I have Care Bears.
My little link droppers. They'll be like, take this wrench away. I don't want it anymore.
I don't want to be a Care Bear.
I'll be known as the channel where nobody wants to be a mod. Care Bear. I want to be a built bear. Build a bear. There
Oh
you go.
my! I just got a notification that says JBT's going live in the boat.
Uh-oh. The moths are gonna get him.
Mothra.
I seen that the other night, dude. I about died laughing.
I did too.
Jefferson, are you not blue either?
I was waiting for him to stand up and start running out the boat.
No doubt.
Can you see if a big old Luna moth was to land on him? That would be hilarious.
Come out of that boat.
Probably jump in the water.
He would jump in the water and get it off of him.
Really, Joe?
I still think Nicole needs to get a big moth and chase him through the house or something and do the video.
Yeah.
Or set up the phone in the bathroom and hang a moth right there in the doorway when he opens the door. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, fish. You can do it.
Avid said, Jefferson, if you get blue, I will always lurk. He's afraid. He said he was just going to lurk since he wasn't blue. Avid.
Oh, yeah, because he's been timing out people. He's afraid he's gonna get timed out by somebody, I think.
Well, you can't make Avid blue because you can't find him.
Well, that's true.
So listen, they start messing around too much in chat. Cindy giveth and Cindy taketh away.
She's gonna squash the Care Bears.
I'm gonna take the stuffing out of them Build-A-Bears.
Yeah.
He's floppy. A floppy bear.
I'll send Grumpy Bear after your ass.
Yeah, Damn River Boys said, Joe, leave a comment on one of their videos so your sub sticks. I've done that before. I've
It did a
subbed
what?
to people. Leave a comment on one of the videos so that your sub sticks.
Right.
The night that I went over 100, I was like, yeah. I went back in the next morning. I was sitting back at 94 again. I was like, well. But I've been getting subs pretty quick. I guess it's because I drop into so many chats. During the day, my work is so mind-numbing. I work on an assembly line.
Right.
And it's such mind-numbing work that I have bone-conducting headphones where I can still have my ears free so I can hear so I don't get run over by a forklift or whatever. But I'm dropping into chats and listening to them all day long. So I've learned a lot about fishing, but a whole lot about a whole lot of other things. Most of the fishing shows aren't about fishing at all.
Did you watch Danny's second drop in today?
A little bit of it after he went on. But
On the island?
Yeah,
On the island. Did you see the end of it?
No, we had to go eat with his mom and grandmother.
Okay, go back and watch the end of it because Danny spoke very highly of you and Travis.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, he did. He's pretty impressed with why you are coming up in the YouTube community. And he said Travis has been there for a while and he's doing great stuff too. So he did give you guys a big old attaboy today.
Oh, that's cool. When I first went into the first one, he said that I'd got his notice. It didn't hurt fishing with that Barbie rod and stuff in that tournament.
Yeah, exactly. Whipping JBT with the Barbie rod, that was, that don't hurt none.
She's been doing her time, She's been putting her time in on it. That's a good thing. I kind of slacked off her for a while from the YouTube thing, and she kind of wanted to do it, and I figured, okay, we'll sling you out there and let you enjoy it,
And you know what? She's been getting fortunate at the right times.
Yeah, she has.
Like for instance, Friday night.
Yeah.
Well, that's the second time she won Jody's challenge. What,
the
first time?
That was the first time, but she came in second a couple of times.
She came in second twice in the other two challenges. That's right. So,
and I've just finished it 3 times. So
yeah, and came in twice, 2 times, and won it once. So see that you're getting recognition through that show, and people are watching.
Yeah,
that's one of the shows right there where a lot of people watched during that live.
Yep.
Yeah, there was a bunch of people in there.
Yeah, and during them call-out challenges, there was a ton of people in some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it quits being fun, Travis dropped out of the whole YouTube thing whenever he did that whole reset, and we quit pretty much fishing at the end of last summer and stuff. So that was when he dropped out of YouTube because we weren't doing a whole lot of fishing, but. Yeah, as long as I have fun doing it, I'm not about trying to get, I don't know. I'm just having fun and sharing my fishing. So if it gets where it's not fun anymore, you won't be seeing as much of me.
Well, I think, I think that will give you the most recognition, just being yourself and having fun and doing what you do. People notice that more than, if you try to be somebody else and do what everybody else does.
Right. I'm just having a blast. When I caught that big flathead a few weeks ago, I was shaking. I was so excited, and I don't get excited about things, but I was so excited that I was shaking all over. I was like, ah! I just want to jump up and down.
I've got to get her in. I've got to start taking the boat out more and put her in the boat and actually put her on some fish and stuff, But the bad thing about the boat is there's so many places that you want to go with the boat that you're not going to get internet.
Yeah, I get you on that. Probably, especially up by Raccoon Lake, I would imagine.
Oh, you talking about down at Raccoon Mountain?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you get much service down there. We probably wouldn't go down that far, but
Well, because you got that gorge right there,
yeah,
right by the intake area. That's I mean, it's the deepest part of the river, but it's also high walls right up on it too. So I bet you that.
Now right out from that ramp, we caught a. I think I've got a short on there. Ricky, he hooked a 69-pounder right out from the ramp in one of them holes. And we caught it right there. And I think that one and one other fish may be the only thing we caught when we went down there. But it's a 69-pounder. What else can you ask for?
Jefferson.
Exactly. What else can you ask for?
Yeah.
Jefferson Einstein said the sense of humor goes a long way too. My crazy's showing.
You crazy?
My crazy's showing. They think I'm funny.
Joe ain't did nothing but drop links for the last hour. I think
he's a good link dropper. He might be my favorite Care Bear right now.
You hear that, Joe? You're the number one bear, buddy.
You're the number one. hey, Joe, that's better than being the number two.
Yeah, hey.
All day. No, I don't want to get started calling my mods Care Bears. I really don't. They seriously be like, I'm not going in there. She'll just call me a Care Bear. I'm a man. I'm not a Care Bear.
You gonna give him a manly name?
I'll have to. Those are my grizzlies.
Those are grizzly bears.
Those are my grizzlies.
Get out of line, they'll eat you.
There you go. Bring the hammer down.
That big hammer.
They're my axemen. That's what it is.
Axemen?
Yeah.
I guess if it was a few years ago, I could have told my grandkids, look, I'm a Care Bear, but they're a little too old for that now.
Yeah. See? I think these guys in here are probably a little too old for that, too. Maybe. He said it's all good just doing what he does.
Oh, yeah. I thought he flipped you off her for a minute.
No.
There ain't no fucking Care Bear.
No, I'm not a Care Bear. I changed it to Grizzlies. It's okay.
It's the Grizzly Bears.
my crew of blue wrenches. The mechanics. That's what they can be, the mechanics.
The mechanics?
Yeah. Taking care of all the nuts. I don't know if that's a good thing either. I got like wrenches.
That's John Wigg's department there, the nut department.
I'm surprised he didn't pop up and said, did somebody say nut?
Oh, I appreciate it, Joe. The Ziegler. Am I saying your name right? Ziegler?
Hey, I'm the world's worst. I'll butcher some names. Come on, fish. Just give us one before she has to go. I'm going to run down there to the end of
I should have already been gone.
Well, I know that.
The other
Probably shouldn't even catfish after the show.
no, I thought about not. That night I slept 2 hours. It took me forever to get awake. It was like 2 hours at work, and I was like, "Oh, I just am not. I'm not gonna be able to get awake. It's gonna stink for 10 hours." But then I woke up and I was all right. But that night I was falling asleep on the phone with Travis. I was trying to talk, and he said, "What do you think?" And I was like, "Sack of flour to make a mighty big biscuit." And he's like, "You didn't even hear what I said." I was like, "No."
No, she was asleep. It just woke her up when I asked her something else.
She was in 2.5, huh?
Yeah, 2.5.
2.5, yeah.
That's it.
For sure. Ah, cracking open a hot one.
Uh-huh.
I found a hot drink in my car, cherry coke. But I'm thirsty, so it don't matter.
She's got liquor in there.
Where was we at last night or night before talking about hot pop?
Oh, I don't know.
I was somewhere talking about hot pop, and they said it was like a southern thing. I said, "Now wait a minute now. I go out fishing in the hot sun, got my pop with me. If it gets warm, that don't mean I'm gonna stop drinking it."
Right?
That's true.
The thing about it's yeah, it may not be a southern thing. It's just always hot down here in the summertime. So unless you got it on ice,
gets warm. I just don't like it when it gets real flat.
yeah. He says that, and if he has a drink beside his bed,
Well, I mean,
he'll wake up and try. He drinks that sucker. It don't matter.
I mean, when your mouth's all dry and everything or whatever, then
There you go.
drink
There
of
you
something.
go.
I mean, you just have to work through it.
I mean, well, I like drinking my pop flat, and I've taught my grandson to how to flatten pop too.
Well, how do you get it flat? You just open it, let it flatten.
Open it, let it sit. Open it, close the lid, shake it a couple times. Not real violent, and let that pressure out a little bit more. And after a couple of days, it'll be flat.
It said a couple of days.
River Rat said,
Dude, I have pop that sits on my bedstand for a couple of days, because like you said, get up in the middle of the night, dry as a bone, take a couple of drinks, put it back.
Joe Ziegler said he thinks it was Jody's chat, Tim, that y'all were talking about that on.
It might have been.
It might have been on the show or something.
Well, she was on.
Oh no, she was
live last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were live last night. Had a couple of James's friends on the boat from Georgia.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, we watched them a little while before we ended up going live.
Good night, Don R.
You rest good, Don R.
See you later, Don. You take it easy now, brother.
Plan that fishing expedition when I come up there now.
It better be 80 degrees up there before he comes up there.
Heck yeah, I'll stay cold. I put my cold feet on Travis all winter. He just hates it.
Yeah.
He actually went out and bought me cabin socks. Do you know what they are? They're called cabin socks. They're just like they're real thick. They've got real thick padding on them, like fleece lined. I don't know.
A heating pad, cabin socks, and she'd still stick them cold feet on me.
2 or 3 blankets.
Where your socks at?
I have to get them warm before I put the socks on, or they stay cold inside the socks. Cold feet, warm heart. I know that's not the saying, but
I don't have to worry about that. My wife and I sleep in separate bedrooms and I don't blame her one bit. I snore like a freight train and wrestle like a bear while I'm sleeping.
It's 80 degrees next week up there, Don R said, so I'm covered.
So what do you do? Sling your arms and stuff?
Snoring?
Flip and flop in the bed, hog the whole bed up, snore like a damn bear. I mean, it's a wrestling match with me when I'm asleep.
Man.
Yeah, he said up until like a couple of weeks ago, the lakes were still frozen over up there, Joe.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah,
They broke up.
Go ahead.
They broke up pretty quick though, but they were froze up there up until about 2 weeks ago.
I bet that water's still cold as can be.
Yeah. Yeah, I starfish myself to the back of Travis's back, so whatever he does, I'm just along for the ride. I do stay cold. But during the week, we sleep in separate counties.
Yeah.
Night, Rex. Thanks for coming in.
See you, Rex. You have a good night.
It's funny this morning. It says river rat never sleeps. I believe it. Listen, we've got one fishing hole we go to that the little rats run back and forth into the rocks in front of you all the time. There's a ton of them.
We're down at the spot.
Next time that we go there, I'm gonna be thinking about you, river rat. Be like, Joom, Joom. If you can't catch any fish there, you can at least watch the rats.
Hey, you can take yourself a BB gun when they run across there and pelt them right in the ass. Pew, 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 pew.
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
We should do that. A slingshot or a BB gun. See if we can knock them off into the water and a big fish eat them. That's where I did the call-out tournament from. Right there's where the rats are at night. And I mean, there's a ton of them. They scoot across them rocks so fast. I bet you couldn't even get the trigger pulled before they're gone.
We pulled up our one night, and you should have seen them. They just running everywhere, trying to get out of them lights.
It's right over from a marina. I bet
Yeah, I bet that marina's full of them. It's probably all in them boats.
I'd be mad if I had my boat parked in a marina and it got full
No
of
shit,
rats.
have a nice big expensive boat and you get in there and be a rat in there.
Yeah, it doesn't shoot everything up, wiring and all.
Yeah, no shit.
River rat's offended. He said, well, shoot me, river rat. You better be able to tuck tail and run. He's not.
Hey, we're gonna set up a camera just to catch them on camera. Right there next to it. Right there next to
I'd
it.
have to. My camera has a slow-mo setting. I'd have to put it on super slow-mo before you could tell what it was. Otherwise, it'd just be a little streak. I want to try to video something in that super slow-mo setting. It looked funny as crap. Oh.
Get yourself a big old fire going with, sparks flying out of it and then go slow-mo on it.
There you go. That I've got that one catfish up to the bank. Was it last night?
Oh,
night
yeah.
Before. And that hook came out of its mouth.
Oh, yeah.
And come by me and went right by Travis.
Right by my head.
So I went back over the video of that and I slowed it way down. And you can see that sinker. It's just a big egg sinker. You can see it flying through there. I was like, wow, I wish I could make a short out of that, but by the time you slow it down where you can see it, it makes too long of a short.
Well, at least nobody got sinker eye off of it.
No.
Yeah, she about got me.
It don't matter where you get behind somebody, you're always in the wrong place.
I don't know, I felt like I was kind of in the right place.
Well, you were. It didn't hit
if I'd
you.
have been to the left a little bit, I'd have been in trouble. What would have been bad was if the sinker had missed me and the hook had caught me like in the eyeball or something.
Oh, God. I'd have died. That would have been the last you'd have seen the old Cindy. I'd have retired.
Well, that'd been the last thing I'd seen out of that eye, probably.
Last thing I saw that eye was old Cindy falling to the ground.
A 10-aught wire demon.
Yeah, right in the eye. We would have had fresh bait.
River Rat said, that's my brother's.
We're going to try to get video of your brothers down there on the rock.
Joe said he uses that super slow camera at work watching machines to see what they're doing wrong.
The what?
He says he uses a super slow camera at work, watching machines to see what they're doing wrong.
Hmm.
They need some watching our machines at work to see what they're doing wrong.
They must be real fast,
Must be.
the machines.
Mm-hmm. I make VW car seats. So if you like me at all, don't buy a VW Atlas. I don't want you to buy the cars I make seats for.
I didn't even know Volkswagen had a car called an Atlas.
Yeah, it's like a crossover SUV type
Oh, okay.
vehicle.
I didn't
Volkswagen
need to see them.
Volkswagen SUV, that's like having a Mercedes SUV or a fucking Bentley SUV or some shit like that.
Yeah,
Oh my
Porsche.
God. I saw a Porsche SUV the other day. It was so wrong.
I seen one too.
And the new Mustang. Oh my God. Look up to 2023. It's like a Mustang crossover type SUV. And it has a Mustang emblem and everything on it. It's so wrong. It's not a Stang.
Here's what gets me is
About gagged.
up until about 6 months ago, you hardly ever seen a Tesla. Now I see them everywhere.
And they're so expensive.
Yeah, I don't know where they all came from. I don't know. Is people getting like a government grant or something to buy one?
I don't know, but then all of a sudden you see like some of the grocery stores and stuff around here are coming up with powering stations for them.
Right.
They're like $54,000, and that's like the base model.
Yep.
And then you got to figure out a place to. You would have to map out your. If you were going somewhere, you'd have to map out your routes so that you would be able to stop at the charging stations. And then what do you do when you're at the charging station while you're waiting?
See, you know, they want to go all electric by 2035. I just don't see it because the batteries is the problem. They're just going to hold them back.
That and the power grids are not designed.
No, the power grid's not going to be able to hold it either.
Well,
But until you can get a battery that'll charge in, say, 20 minutes for, you know, a while, that'll last you a while, it's not going to happen.
And that's not to mention every time one of them's in a wreck, it burns to the ground.
Or just sits there and burns to the ground for no reason.
Yeah, that one was sitting in the junkyard for a couple of weeks and just
burst into flames.
Yeah, just went on fire, just burnt.
Yeah, Joe, I saw the day I saw that like SUV Porsche was the same day I saw the SUV Mustang, and it was on the back of a car carrier. The Mustang was, and I was like, I dang near wrecked on 75. And then turned around and saw that Porsche. I was like, what in the world? What's the world coming to? No, a sports car is a
That's
sports
what
car.
they was wanting you to do was wreck your car so you can get you a Mustang SUV.
No, you don't want to. No, a sports car is a sports car. They're not grocery getters.
I got to go pay the parking meter.
All righty.
And I don't have to open no car door. I can go in the house.
Lithium batteries from China.
Yep.
I know. They're not even like. There's a thing about having lithium batteries on planes because they just burst into flames in the cargo hold.
Mm-hmm.
People's phones still spontaneously combust from every once in a while.
I can't believe we've only had 2 little bites.
This place sucks.
We won't be back here again for a while anyway.
And I'm not sure those were bites. Something may have just hit our line.
That's possible because they didn't pull no drag in there.
No. Yeah, it's the something E, but they're gross. Leave the sports cars alone. If you're gonna have an electric sports car, at least leave it looking like like a sports car. It just freaked me out to see that emblem, that Mustang on that. No.
I'm surprised we ain't got the space cars already.
The what?
Remember back, what was it, if you go back and look in the I don't know, the newspapers or the comic books, and if you look
The Jetsons.
how much stuff that actually came out of like Star Wars and stuff like that, you know, the movies. Think about all they would have to do is just touch their little emblem on their suit and they could talk to somebody. Well, that actually came to be. If you think about it.
Right. The little things in your ears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But think about all the stuff that you know, that they imagined, in which the government did try to do the flying cars and stuff like that, but it was a disaster.
I need a teleportation beam in order to get these skipjack to you. I'll tell you what, I'll talk to some of them that are still in the river and have them swim to you. How's that?
I'm gonna send her down there with the rest of them. We got this bucket tonight, and she can deliver them to you before work.
There you go. I'm fixing to have to go.
Yeah, I guess I need to go here in a few too. It's almost 12 o'clock.
I'm telling you what, work is a pain in my fishing hole.
I'm gonna try to figure out a good place to go fishing sometime this week. If we can get signal down closer to where she lives, I may run down there and catch her after work one day this week, and that way she ain't got so far to go home. It ain't too bad on the Friday and Saturday nights, because that way she don't have to drive. She'll be at the house. So.
Well, I told some of them to swim through their waterways to you, River Rat. That's all I can do. They should just swim up to you and jump out of the water, though. If they don't, it ain't my fault.
I'm gonna stop at UPS up here and throw them in a box. Then they'll be like, "What's that smell?" I said, it's okay. They're in plastic.
Some
might be able
people
to get it overnight or something.
Some people do ship them.
Yeah.
I just can't see how they keep them cold enough. It'd be really gross. Ew. Feel. You know, I heard some people the other day saying that even though skipjack wasn't in their water, that they can fish with them and still catch stuff.
He fished with them up there.
Well, apparently you can fish with like shrimp around here, even though there ain't none in these waters.
Yeah. And
they'll bite on shrimp. So. And I failed to see any time when chickens are ever out in the water, but people fish for chickens.
Anything that's got blood, they'll eat it.
Size matters. The bite has been terrible.
2 little bites.
We caught skipjack earlier. They were biting okay, but
size has nothing to do with it at the moment.
There no little ones, no big ones, no anything.
Well, that's interesting.
What happened?
Well, when I went in to go to the bathroom, my screen went blank.
Uh-huh.
Now, so I tapped the screen to see if it'll come back up. It didn't, so I had to take it out of the holder and use my fingerprint to turn it back on. And the camera was turned off, and it said I had to refresh the page to turn the camera on. So I just pushed the camera button, and it came on.
Yeah, and you didn't have to pop back up in the basement or nothing. It didn't pop you out.
No, but I did have to use my fingerprint to turn my phone back on. I mean, I could hear the screen was blank, and I could hear you guys talking, but I had to use my, you turn the phones on with your numbers or your fingerprint or whatever.
Your screen lock was on.
Yeah, that's what I had to do to it.
Well, it's weird. It makes zero sense.
And that was less than 30 minutes, so it's a StreamYard issue, no doubt about it. But what I don't understand is if like I said, I could be sitting in the background just watching you guys and it won't do that. But if I come up on panel, it starts doing that.
Yeah, so when you're using your camera, it's a problem with your somehow they've messed up the interface where your camera notifies your phone that it's in use and not to go to sleep. I don't know if StreamYard's messed up for it. I don't know where it actually uses your
Maybe it's
camera.
not a sleep mode problem. Maybe it's a straight camera problem.
Right.
It doesn't put your phone. It doesn't put your phone to sleep. It turns your camera off.
Right. I just don't. I think that somewhere in the programming they messed up to where it doesn't recognize anymore that your camera is on because it's going through StreamYard in order to stream to YouTube. I don't know. Facebook's doing crazy stuff too, River Rat. Danny Stone says that they have confirmed that it's StreamYard that's causing any issues. I knew it was because it doesn't do it with other.
Yep, and I don't think it's a timeout issue. I think it's a camera issue.
Right. They if it wasn't StreamYard, then like when Danny went live today through regular YouTube,
Yep.
then it would have done it to him then.
Yep. He did come back, yeah, and he didn't have a problem with it. He is right about that. He was doing his audio video experimentations today.
But, you've got enough people that have been streaming to YouTube for long enough, and you've got enough people having this problem to where if they don't figure it out, one of us is going to. I may not be able to figure out exactly how to fix it, but we're going to figure out it. We're going to be able to narrow the problem down.
Hey, let's go down here and see what's splashing in the water. I ain't gonna put the light on it until the last second.
We're going on a field trip, y'all. Fish ain't biting. We might as well do something.
Where y'all headed? Pee Wee's Playhouse?
Well, yeah. We're going down here to the edge of the water because there's something down here splashing around.
The chupacabra taking a bath.
Oh, Bigfoot's down here soaking his feet. It's avid.
It was right there splashing like crazy. I don't know if something had something hemmed up in there or what.
Still right there.
Did you guys just kill yourselves? Alrighty then.
Don't run for nobody.
Somebody got fat fingers?
Somebody's screen went dark. I wasn't paying attention and touching it.
Oh.
Right there he is.
What is it?
It's a big gizzard shad.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. I don't know what it was.
All they can see is a little dot of light moving around.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Well, it ain't no fun.
Well, you are moving it around pretty fast.
Yeah, when gizzard shad start spawning, they do get up right up on the shore and start creating a big old racket.
That might have been what it was, dude.
Yeah, the gizzard shad are probably spawning down there.
Probably.
We got some lakes up here that got gizzard shad in them. If you see a big old, if the water's getting frothy along the edges of the water, they're spawning.
When we were at Fox the other day, there was one under one of the bushes over there, flipping and brown and carrying on a lot. Well, I tell you what, if you were to miss this ramp, you're going to fall about 4 or 5 feet.
You miss this ramp and
You breaking the axle, huh?
yeah,
Yeah, amongst other things.
and stuff.
I tell you what, when we do get sometimes bored fishing, we'll just go to the boat ramp and park, put the camera on, and just watch them. Because people are crazy at the boat ramp. A lot of times they're really drunk. And we've seen fights. We've seen people fall in the water and then get in a fight with their old lady.
Yeah, that's the funniest stuff whenever
Trying to trailer them boats. Oh my gosh. Some of the funniest stuff. We've sat there and just about laughed till we cried. One of the places we skipjack fished, when the water's down, the boat ramp is not usable. There's a big gravel pile at the end of it.
Right.
And it's kind of broken at the end. And when people would come in there, we'd tell them, you can't really use this boat ramp. Your boat's going to drag. You're going to hit that gravel pile there at the end. Some people tried anyway. The one guy, when he got to the end of the ramp, it dropped off, and the trailer hit the concrete ledge. I was like, the woman was already in the boat. She started freaking out. I think that video's on Travis's page. But she's like, I never know anything about anything. She was mad. But he just about messed up. He about sunk the back end of that boat.
that was pretty funny.
They ended up, yep. They ended up dragging it back out there and taking it somewhere else.
It was their boat too.
But it made like a big noise. The whole frame of that boat trailer hit the end of that broken concrete.
Yeah, we got one lake over here that's got a boat ramp like that. When the water gets low, the boat ramp just ends down there. If you back too far down in there, you're going to drop your axle right off the back end of that.
This boat ramp was probably usable when the water's up, but when they draw it down for winter, no. It is not any good. Average show went pretty good. They were only on for about an hour because she had a massage coming from her old man. So, but it was good. We caught some skipjack. We set up the fish. I figure if we're going to be on a show like that, we might as well be doing what we do. But it was good. We caught some skipjack and then put a live skipjack out on a balloon trying to see if we could catch a striper. Because I'd like to catch another one. My first one I ever caught was pretty big, but it's the only one I've ever caught, and I'd like to go again.
Yeah, them stripers can get pretty big.
Mine was about 30 pounds. First one I ever caught.
That's not bad.
It's not.
Really good. That's really good for around here, but I'm sure down on the Tennessee River, that's probably upper class anyway.
Well, yeah. I guess that's medium. 30 pounds, medium, large, medium. My striper was big, but it's not as big as they get around here.
No, they'll get up 50, 60 pounds. The big ones will.
Yeah, we're fixing to. I'm not going to stay much longer, River Rat.
You going to stay live?
I got to get to. No, I'm going to close it out before I leave here.
Okay.
I don't need to be trying to read chat and stuff while I'm trying to drive. Because I will. I was reading it when I was on the way here. He's hung up in the bush.
On the bush.
On the bush.
Hung on the bush. There you go.
Lord.
You said it again.
Yep. But at least we weren't smooching on camera. I don't know what he was talking about last night. We might have smooched.
At least he ain't hung up over there on a Bud Light or anything.
Right. No Bud Lights. Well, it would have been nice to catch one, but you can't have something every time.
No.
Are we hung? Well, shucks. One of the 4 rods we have had out is hung. Well, thank you, Half Century. I will check it. Your personal best striper is yeah, mine was about 30 pounds or so, but
See,
it's not.
I think the state record here in the state of Illinois for striper is right in the 30-pound range, and that's that's big as they get around here because of the growing season.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the first one I ever caught, and I saw it coming after the bait, and I was like, "Oh God!" So I started getting ready, clicked it over, and started trying to reel the slack out of it, so that when it took it, I was ready. But it was awesome. I was shaking that day too.
We
Yeah.
were down at the power plant one day, and the stripers were in there just thicker than thieves. I mean, just ugly thick. And there was a guy from Outdoor Illinois Magazine down there doing an article on striper fishing that day. And I'm telling you, that guy seen 100 big stripers come out of there. I mean, it was so bad you could spit in the water and a big old striper come at it.
Dang.
That's cool.
That would be awesome. We have some big ones where we fish. A lot of times when they're fishing the catfish tournaments, they'll start hooking up on striper and have to leave because it tangles all the rods up. But
I hate it when striper. Catfish.
see, I can't imagine hating catching a big fish. And the ones they catch in there are huge. But the few times that, after that we went striper fishing, we couldn't hook up on nothing. So when you deliberately target them, we
got to be in the mood, you know.
We fished for about an hour and a half or better when we did catch that one. And I had kind of given up on it, that skipjack had swam around out there all that time. And I was like, well, and I sort of was just playing with the rod whenever I saw that big swirl happen out next to the fish. I was like, oh God. But yeah, I wasn't even thinking I was going to hook up.
Hey, Tim, you should have heard her. She said, something's happening.
Something's happening. Because the water, I mean, it was like a whirlpool was fixing to open up. The whole top of the water was like, it's starting to whirl around out there. It was messed up.
Well, I have seen them explode schools of shad out of the water over there at Clinton when they're just straight attacking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have Century. I'll check that as soon as I exit out of here. I don't have 2 phones. Well, I do, but I have to, there's not service on the one, so I have to hotspot off Travis's. But I'll check it out. And I thank you so much. It's my first. Half Century is my first. Joe Ziegler said he was white bass fishing and caught it on mistake. They were chasing the shad. Yeah.
You blacked out again.
Really? Oh no. It's just dark. Travis turned the light off.
Oh, okay. Because I mean, I can't see jack crap. There we go.
It was still aimed down towards the water.
Yeah, it was jet black, like you was blacked out.
That street light that's down here wasn't showing anything at all. Well, I'm fixing to shut her down and go home. I'm still about 45 minutes from my house. Then I have to get up at 4:45.
All right.
So I appreciate you coming in and thank you for coming up, Tim. And maybe we put all our heads together. We can either figure out a workaround for this problem, or at least enough of us will complain to where they'll really start working on it and get it fixed with StreamYard. Shoot, if we all quit using StreamYard and go back to YouTube Live.
When you starts losing enough money, they'll get on it.
Yeah, when it hits them in the pocketbook, they will. Did you
I hit
fall
the
out,
wrong
Tim?
button. I hit the wrong button, let myself out.
He knocked himself out.
I was
like,
going to
"What
bring my camera up so I could say goodbye to you guys and, say goodbye to everybody in chat, but I pushed right when I hit, I said leave. I went, oops,
I was
wrong
like, well, that
button.
was sort of abrupt. He usually says something before he
I
goes.
did. No, I hit the button, and when I pulled my finger back and it said leave, I went, uh-oh.
Well,
Oh, it's Sunday night. What the hell? It's been a long
right.
week.
He gives you
Okay.
money to knock yourself out.
Okay, Cindy, you and Travis have a wonderful evening, all right?
You
You have a
too.
good one.
Everybody out there in chat, here's your
Everybody in chat.
gardening tip for the night. Hide your hose, because there's hoe thieves out there. So hide your hose.
Thanks, Tim.
All right, I'll see
Bye.
y'all later.
Good night.
Later.
You're welcome, Joe, and thanks for being in here and dropping links. Thank everybody for coming in.
Maybe we'll catch fish next time.
Right. We'll be doing as many of these as we can.
I'll go find some fish this week so we can catch them.
Yep. I'll send him out. So we have a good one where we catch a lot of fish and hear a lot of reels screaming. All right. Yeah, I'll probably put JBT on watch while I'm going home.
Yep. Send everybody over to JBT.
Yep. Joe Ziegler is going to go hang out with JBT. So, yeah, tell him I'll be over in a minute. Good night, everybody.
Good night.